What's going on, you guys? Man, Nate Diaz, man, the road. Wait, no, is he the road warrior? No, his brother's the god of war. I think he's the road warrior. Nate Diaz, man. The fight was kind of weird. They both looked old as shit tonight. They looked really old. What could we expect, right, from Nate Diaz, man? He's been doing this shit for a long time, and he was in there. Anybody else, you guys, from them fucking leg kicks, that shit would have been over. But before we talk about him, man, hold up, I'm gonna get some stuff on the screen. But before we talk about him, man, I gotta talk about this Chimaev dude, man. This hazmat Chimaev guy, man. This guy. Um, I don't like this guy, right? Like this Chimaev dude. I don't like him because I like him because he made me not like him. So he came in there overweight and shit, right? They had to they instead of just kicking him off the whole fucking event, they put him in the co-main event. He runs out there and submits the Trailblazer Badar's choke in the first fucking round. I mean, he held on him like a fucking blanket. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude from fucking was it Charlie Brown blanket and shit all up on dude and shit and just choked him out. I mean, he didn't throw a punch in a fight. And then, he was screaming out in the roided rage. And then he said he didn't give a shit about missing the weight, right? He didn't care about missing the weight. He said, fuck that. So, and then he said he's going to campaign at both weight classes. He's going to campaign at both 170 and 180, 185. Dude, you can't even make 170, bro. This dude's a joke, man. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Chimaev, man. I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He ruined the event. But really, let's be honest, man. Nate Diaz had no business in there fighting that big young guy. And Nate Diaz also has some remarks to say about him missing weight as well. He said something about he called him he said something about he called him a rookie or something. He said some shit was funny. I should have remember the quote. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up, but he said something about dude missing the weight and shit, man. Unprofessional as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Unprofessional as hell. And then he was just screaming and shit on the microphone. But he's good for the sport, though. I give him that. He's really, really good for the sport. UFC needs people where you just ain't gonna like him. Nate Diaz put on the show, though. As always, hold up. Even though he looked old tonight, if I'm honest, he looked old. I mean, I didn't expect him to look like a young man. He looked old tonight, but he was in vintage form for sure. Tony Ferguson did a lot of fucking running in this fight. I like Tony Ferguson, but and he's old too, so I didn't really expect. I didn't really expect much out of these guys, man. They older fighters. They've been through the ringer and shit. But Tony was doing a lot of running, and Nate was getting frustrated. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy. You said, nah, dude is a bum. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see. I thought Kazmat wanted to retire a month ago. So yeah. He did want to retire some shit, bro. He retired. Yeah, I remember that shit. He retired for a little minute, and then he just, now he's back on a roided rage again. I'm not a fan, bro. Fake Khabib. Yeah, exactly. A fake ass Khabib. It's like 3 of them now. It's him. It's that other dude at lightweight, and then it's probably another one at an even smaller weight. He's overrated, bro. You said Le'Veon Bell about to fight. This late as a motherfucker, man. You said he is not good for the sport. He's good for the sport because I want to see him lose. And you know me, I don't really hate no fighters or no, I don't want to see nobody lose, but I just want to see that guy lose, man. It's just something about that dude, man. He a weight bully, bro. That's my biggest beef with this dude. Look how big he is. You know what I'm saying? He came in at 178 fucking pounds. Hell, 178 something against Nate Diaz, man. You know what I'm saying? Total disrespect. Didn't even care about making the weight. He said something about the doctor said that he needs to stop cutting, so he just stopped. He said, fuck it. But then his attitude about it is what really kind of turned me off, because I feel like if it was somebody else saying something similar, man, he would have been getting booed. You know what I'm saying? Fans was kind of booing dude, but he's an asshole. I want to see him go up to 185 and fight one of the real 185ers, not Kevin Holland, man. Kevin Holland, man, he's a come on, man. He didn't even get the fucking throw a punch. Stop trying to shake hands with these motherfuckers. He tried to shake his hand and shit, do the little thing, and dude just shot in like a fucking bull. And he was stuck on him like glue. He couldn't get him off for shit. He couldn't pry that dude off with a cattle prod. He couldn't get him off with nothing, bro. Then he ended up choking him out. I was like, man, this fight was whack as a motherfucker. But Nate Diaz fight, he was getting frustrated in the fight. Let me see if I can find some clips of Nate Diaz holding on the cage and chilling and shit and getting pretty frustrated because Tony was doing a lot of running in that fight, man. But they show respect in the end, though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of respect in the end, though. A lot of respect between two OGs in the game, legends and shit. You know, both guys never attained the world title, though. Both guys got like what's the combining record of this fight? Like, man, they had some losing record and shit, but guess what? They still was able to put this shit on the pay-per-view and still able to pack the fucking house, bro. With dudes with losing records, dudes that have seen better days, but they were still able to pack the house, and I'm pretty sure the pay-per-view number is going to do pretty good. Yeah, pissed about Shields. Yeah, man, that's some bullshit, man. I wanted to see that fight today, man. That was supposed to be our boxing for today. The ladies event. It was pretty good, man. The girls be talking a lot of shit. I'm really interested, man. The girls be talking shit. They gonna continue to talk shit, leading all the way up to October 15th now. Alicia Baumgartner and Michaela Mayer have been going back and forth. They're gonna continue to go back and forth. They will continue to go back and forth. But it was a pretty good. I didn't catch the other fights. What was the other fight? Oh, I think was it Stun Gun fighting Rodriguez? I never heard of him, the Rodriguez guy. But yeah, Kevin Holland went out there and lost again, man. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Like, he should have known Hazmat was gonna be trying to shoot in. Don't be trying to go up in there shaking hands and be cool and act a fool and shit. Now you lost again, dude. And this time, you didn't even get to throw a fucking punch, bro. It's one thing to fuck, man. You didn't even get to throw a punch, bro. And this dude was on you like why he was right in your face and you didn't get to touch him. It's bad. It's real bad. Yeah, they ruined a weekend with no boxing, bro. Yeah. So UFC had to be the substitute, you know. And unfortunately, you know, the fight was, you know, if you want me to grade it, I'll give it like a C- or something, or C. Just because Tony Ferguson, like the way he was fighting was really, I don't know. He was like hitting and running. Like he was doing a lot of running. And actually, if this fight had went to decision somehow, and I would have going to title the video, if Tony Ferguson lost the fight by decision, I would have said Tony Ferguson ran away from victory. That's what I was going to title this shit, because he was doing a lot of fucking running. Nate Diaz was getting frustrated. He was doing his little antics where he'll rest on the cage, and you know he did some funny ass shit. So I mean. But, you know, Tony Ferguson all bloody and shit. You know, he's always bloody and cut up. Man, it's time to hang that shit up, bro. You up in there, you cut to ribbons. You know, Nate Diaz actually tonight wasn't cut to ribbons. But Tony Ferguson, the guy that usually cut guys to ribbons, was cut to ribbons. His legs was all split open. And, you know, but his leg kicks was fucking up Nate Diaz. And I'm going to tell you, anybody else, man, they wouldn't even been able to fucking walk, bro. Nate Diaz is definitely one of the toughest fighters that I've seen, for sure. Nobody would them leg kicks. Nobody would have been able to really take that shit like that, bro. I mean, see the guys. A lot of you boxing guys who may never train kickboxing or kickboxing, nothing like that. Them fucking leg kicks, bro. They make it look like it don't fucking hurt. Okay. Extreme poker face from Nate Diaz tonight. He ain't gonna be able to fucking walk for weeks, bro. That shit hurt like a motherfucker. Tony's probably hurting like a mug too. There's Nate Diaz is walking around on that leg like it was nothing. But you could tell he couldn't really get off on his punches like he wanted to. And he was switching stances a lot. You know, it was fucking with him, but that motherfucker tough as hell, man. Adrenaline, it comes into play too. But once that adrenaline go down, oh my God. Nah, man. See, what you got to understand is that MMA is a whole different dynamic than boxing, bro. This is what boxing fans get it misconstrued. For one, they're not in the ring; they're in the octagon. Two, there's different aspects. You can't do too much head movement, too much bobbing and weaving. Why? Because if you're up in there with a kicker, he might kick your fucking head off, like Leon Edwards did Kamaru Usman. You can't commit to your punches fully. You can't stand with a wide stance so much like a boxer can. It's totally different, bro. They can't move like a boxer moves. It's a totally different sport, totally different thing. So I understand that. I understand that MMA guys may not look as clean or as sharp as boxers when it comes to throwing hands at times. It's a totally different sport. And a lot of them dudes ain't been throwing hands since they was 8 years old either. So, I mean, but I appreciate the guys that do boxing well in MMA and that do move well. You know what I'm saying? But it's a different sport, dude. It's a lot of different dynamics, a lot of different things to look out for. Shit. The cage alone is a totally different, so you say you could jab though, but yeah, a lot of dudes, man, you jab, motherfucker, throw a kick over that jab. Oh, man, come on, man. It's too many different things in MMA, bro. It's not like boxing where you can throw a jab. Oh, watch out for the hook. Oop, slip. Oop. Nah, you throw the jab in UFC, you try to slip, boom, head kick. You wouldn't even know what happened, bro. It's just a lot of different variables, man. It's different. Jab can be effective though. I've seen a lot of MMA fighters over the years incorporate a jab. I remember early on, a lot of guys never used the jab, but then over the years, guys start using the jab. But it seemed like dudes kind of, it's not as strong as of a punch as it is. It's never going to be that like it is in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because you throw a jab, but guess what? This dude throwing a leg kick. That kick is going to hit a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? In the jab, the arm is much shorter than the leg. So, yeah, man, it's a lot of different things. You just got to know who your opponent is and shit like that, man. Hey, I want to see Nate Diaz in boxing, though. Hit that like button for you. I want to see Nate Diaz do some boxing. I want to see him go in there and box some of these people like Jake Paul and shit. That's what I want to see. And that's what he was alluding to after the fight. He was talking about this was his last fight on his contract. And he's looking to do other combat sports, wreck shit there, and then come back and fight for a UFC title. That's what he was talking about. He was going to do. He said he always had a love-hate relationship over the UFC over the years, but he loved the UFC in the end. You know what I'm saying? But he go off and do something else. And most people already assume it's boxing because a lot of these guys are doing boxing, man, because that's where the money's at. That's where the money's at. Nate Diaz can get some nice paydays in boxing. So, yeah, man. Last time we probably see Nate Diaz, man, in the octagon, honestly. How old is he? 36? Yeah, but this Kazmat dude, man, he's an interesting guy. I can't wait to see him fight somebody. Somebody that's Kevin Holland they say he's a black belt, but nah, man, every time I see him lose, he's on the ground getting like submitted or some shit. So bro, it was a perfect matchup for him, so to speak. Even though they had a little altercation backstage and shit, it's a perfect matchup for him. For Hazmat once again. I can't wait to see him fight somebody for real. Put him in there with Paulo Costa. That's what I want to see. Put him in there with Paulo Costa. Or put him in there with somebody, what's the name? The Marvin guy. The Italian dude. Marvin Vittori. Put him in there with Marvin Vittori or somebody like that then. Or Derek Brunson. How about that? Put him in there with Derek Brunson. Did he beat Derek Brunson already? Put him in there with Derek Brunson. Yeah, that's what you do. You said Diaz versus Balkow? Hey, he might do some BKC, bro. He might do the bare knuckle boxing thing. The guy's been doing bare knuckle boxing. I think they paying people the bag, man, to do that bare knuckle. Dude's getting the bag doing bare knuckle too. These guys getting out of the UFC, man, because they making more money, man. Nate Diaz is a high-profile fighter, regardless of his losses. So I think any boxing organization would like to pick up Nate Diaz for their, just because he has a huge following and he has a cult-like following. I mean, if he's a fighter's fighter and shit. So, yeah, it'd be ideal for Nate Diaz to go off and do some other things while he still got something left. Go do some boxing, make a lot of money real quick, put on some shows and shit, and that'll be it for him. You know what I'm saying? It's funny though, man. I've been watching MMA for a long time, and I remember, man, Nick Diaz was the guy, but in the end, it ended up being a little brother who, in my opinion, kind of outshined his big bro. Now he'll disagree with that, but Nate Diaz is the man. Hey, Conor and Nate in a boxing match. I'll watch that. I'll definitely watch that. Conor and Nate boxing. I'll watch it. I wouldn't expect them to be fucking phenomenal and shit like a pro boxer, but they're gonna be up in there throwing fucking hands. But Tony Ferguson, man, yeah, he did a lot of running tonight. He almost ran away from the victory. And then it's the first takedown he attempted, Nate Diaz submitted him almost immediately. You know what I'm saying? Almost immediately. He went in for the takedown, and Nate Diaz got the job done immediately. Yep. So that's pretty much what happened tonight, you guys. Nate Diaz beat Tony Ferguson via guillotine choke, man. This is his first submission win in a long time for Nate Diaz. First submission win in a long time. Look at him. Gangster is a motherfucker, too. First win in a long time, submission win in a long time for Nate Diaz, man. Good for him, man. Hey, if this is his last fight in the UFC or MMA, at least he went out with a win. Hope everybody have a good night, man. You know, I had to do the post-fight reaction for Nate Diaz, man. He the OG in the game. Much love to Nate Diaz. Salute to El Kukui, Tony Ferguson, Chimaev. Somebody's go get your ass. And Kevin Holland, man, I don't know what the fuck happened tonight. Like, subscribe, hide your boy. Peace out.